So these things happen, these things. So what is your take on witchcraft? Hebu tuanzie hapo. Witchcraft, hizi sorcery, curses, hizo blessings, hizo. Hebu niambie your take on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
A source of energy. So the soul, according to me, is the source of energy to existence. So hiyo existence ndio ufunction, so that that brain can function and say I am Murithi. There has to be something, there has to be an energy. It cannot function on its own. Hata gari ukiweka hapa nje and then you remove the battery, ama uweke ndege pale you remove the source of ile nini, zinitango aje hizo ma nini, whatever they usually call it. Hiyo source of power. If you remove it, that thing is functionless. So me, the soul is the battery. It is the battery to life. So if the battery is depleted, you die. When si hata battery ya simu huharibika, so hiyo battery ndio you die and the brain cannot function because it has been the source of energy ina provide hii nini imetolewa. So this soul of yours is the me, according to me hakuna heaven or hell. So when you die, you're born in another place. You're born in another place, like let's say India, China, or in another time. Let's call it that, in another time. So the soul exists, and this same soul, depending on how you behaved in your previous life, you will be rewarded in the next life. Ndio unaambiwa ngo behave well, do whatever, and you're all wondering like what. Lakini nobody will come to tell you this. This you have to think for yourself. You have to like come up with it. You have to figure it out. Nobody, you're not going to be spoon fed. If you want to be shown this is the soul, no, you won't see it. But that soul, that same soul, is what controls you. Haven't you ever had like a dream and you saw something and then it happened in some time in the future, or in some time in the future? Haven't you had something like that? Haven't you ever connected yourself, your life, like you are sleeping and you dream and see something ahead of time, and then like 6 months later that something happens? So how are you able to see that? Because your spirits are accepting it or not. Ndio unasikianga there are taboos, there are curses and everything. How do you expect how do you propose they usually function? Because Nami can give you example. There are some people, even they were told they cannot do something and they can't do it. They can't. Hata you fanya nini, if it was said you can't, you won't do it. And this person who is telling you must be part of your blood. So these things happen, these things. So what is your take on witchcraft? Hebu tuanzie hapo. Witchcraft, hizi sorcery, curses, hizo blessings, hizo. Hebu niambie your take on that.
Buda, sa hizo ndo maswali unafaa kuuliza, si soul sijui nini. Me witchcraft, honestly I don't understand it because sijai experience. Nimejaribu kuinquire, kila mtu ananiambianga kuhusu a story of nyanya yake alinimwambia ama uncle yake, but according to most of the people, what they tell me is if you believe in it, it will work on you, which doesn't actually make sense. Unaona, kama hauamini witchcraft, kwa hivyo does it mean that if you Dark Lord unaamini witchcraft unitupie haitanifanyikia cause mi siamini? Unaona, mimi sijui about witchcraft. Hiyo ni kitu yenye nataka kuiresearch on nijue actually what happens, but for me I don't think I actually believe that there is somebody anaweza niroga anifanye hizo vitu. But at the same time kuna hizi data zote zenye ziko huku zenye tunafaa kuwa tukiquestion. Unaget? Because I feel like all this stuff na hiyo kupredict, unajua kuna hadi the Simpsons au sio, wanatumia advanced technology, wanatumia hiyo nini tangu aje kusoma stars. predict the future. So unaweza kuta wasee wako skilled na hizo vitu, na wewe ukienda ulearn pale na apprenticeship, unaweza kuwa so good with it, unaweza predict the future of things. So vitu kaa hizo zinaexplainiwa, kuna vitu kaa hizo zinaexplainiwa na hizo vitu ndogo ndogo, the same way computer until we learn kabisa ndio unaweza kuioperate.
At least computer you can learn. So witchcraft. Computers don't usiweke nini physical things and unaweza guza na things that are supernatural. So unataka kusema like why do people go to church? Unasema they usually say they're praying for their souls. They have beliefs. Like why would there be religion if there is no these souls? There are no curses. There are no witches. Like even in the Bible they are there. If you're a believer, even in
mbona wanaombea souls zao?
See, so that you can have mercy, so that you can have conviction, you have knowledge. You can pray for anything actually, whatever you want. That is the notion. But I'm not saying that it will happen.
Itatokea. No, tutumie example ya mimi na wewe. You are a believer. I am a believer of the universe, not church. Because I believe sisi kama Afrika tulikuwa we had our thing going before the Bible, before the Islam, before all that stuff. We as Africans tulikuwa na our thing, tulikuwa tunafanya. I don't know if we were just living or we were doing our things, but hii Biblia, hizi vitu zote tuliletewa. So wewe, since you're a believer, you're working in a government job, you work hard, unapata do yako. You get the life that you've been prayed for. And me, since I believe in the universe, I tap into the energy of the universe. Niko zile za, I need a Mercedes, I need to work harder, I need to visit those offices even more often. Unaget? So, who among who is the fool? Kwa wewe mwenye lazima uombe, lazima kuna mtu mwenye unapelekea a portion of your sadaka. Jamaa si ati anatuma, anaomba, ina evaporate, inaenda binguni. Jamaa kesho unampea dhao yako. You know how much these churches collect? Tax-free money. Tax-free, mind you. Mna collect kama 300 every week. Pastor akona a new suit. Every year pastor akona a new car. Every year mkona projects za kanisa. Don't you think this is a guy that is feeding off you? If he was really a pastor, hangekuwa hapo ati lazima tumfeed ndio afidike. Lazima tumfeed ndio afaidike. Unaona, ni mse mwenye angekuwa na biashara yake yenye tunaenda, kwa sababu mse ni pastor. Mse ako na insurance company, so kwa hivyo hawezi tucheza. Does that make sense? Mse ni the biggest lawyer, so tunafaa kwenda kwa kanisa yake because he is an honest lawyer. We can see it.
Yeah.